Hi, my name is Connor Croft. I'm a junior at Mount High School, and I do card magic, and I'd like to share a bit of it with you today. So I have a volunteer to help me out. Her name is Molly, and you can see her right up here when she talks. Molly, can you just verify real quick that we've set nothing up? There's no planned stops, no forced picks, right? This is all your choice, yeah?
Nope, none of this was planned.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna do a trick for you today. That means a good bit to me, and I'll explain why a bit later. But the very first thing we need from you is to select a card. So the way I like to do this, and have to keep in mind there is going to be a bit of online delay because we're in a voice chat and it's not going to be instantaneous like it usually would be in person. So I'll do my best to go a little bit slower and just stop as soon as I hear you say stop. All right. So I'm gonna refer on the deck with my thumb, and you just say stop at any time, okay? And we'll stop at the card that you say stop at. All right. Ready?
Stop.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Molly stopped at this card right here. So what we're going to do is we're not going to look at this card. We're going to cut the deck exactly where Molly just said stop, and we're going to take this card and put it to the side. We're not going to look at this. No, I'm not going to know what it is. You don't know what it is. No one else watching this knows what it is. This card's going to stay right here the entire trick. Now we can get on with the rest of the trick here. So what's going to happen is I need you to pick 3 cards, and then I can get a bit more in depth into what the trick is and what's going to happen. But I need you to pick 3 cards. So I'm going to spread all the cards out in front of me here, and I'm going to run my finger down the deck just like this, and you just say stop at any point, okay? And I'm going to pull out that card when you say stop. So just say stop.
Stop.
All right, so the first card looks like this one right here. Pull this one out, and we'll continue from right there. So just say stop at any time.
Stop.
Right here, we have one more.
Stop.
Oh, sorry, I spread the cards out. Let me just start from right over here, and you say stop again.
Stop.
Right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you've selected 3 cards now, again, of your own free choice, and this one also your selection. But these are the ones we're going to look at. So we're not going to look at this one. We're going to look at these 3. Let's take a look and see what they are. We have an Ace of Clubs, a Queen of Hearts, and a Seven of Hearts. Can't get much more differentiated than that. So these cards we're going to use them to be our helpers this trick. So to explain this trick a bit more, this is a trick that means a lot to me, like I said earlier, because I started Magic about 6 years ago when I was 10 years old. And I mostly for the first 4 years of doing Magic, I just did like self-working tricks and mathematical tricks that really didn't have much of an impact. They were just, I guess, little cool little things you could do, but they weren't hard to figure out. They didn't require much skill. Anyone could learn them if they really wanted to on a YouTube video or something. But when I was 14, I learned much more in depth about Magic. I learned more sleight of hand moves, so manipulating your hands to make cards do certain things. I learned more misdirection to get you to like not look at the cards when doing a trick and stuff like that. That actually goes into real magic and goes into like the real magic tricks you see, like for Penn and Teller, for example, really famous magicians. They do stuff like that. So I learned how to become like a much better magician when I was 14. This is the trick that led me to that. So this is the trick that taught me more sleight of hand moves than I knew before, and really inspired me to get better at magic overall instead of just learning like self-working tricks over and over again. So I like to credit this trick for that. And that's a bit of a tangent there, but I say that because we need a number for this trick, and I like to use the number 14 because 14 is how old I was when I learned this trick and learned much more about magic. So I use the number 14 when I do this trick. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to count with these cards. We're going to count from these cards up to 14. So then again, we just have an ace. Let me show you an ace, a queen, and a 7 here, right? And so what we're going to do is use those cards and count to 14. So what I mean by that is we have an ace. We'll count from ace. So ace is a 1. If you like have the cards listed out, you have ace through king. You have ace is 1, then you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack follows up 10, so we go with 11. Queen follows up jack, so it goes with 12. And then king is 13. So since some of them don't have numbers, we kind of assign ace to be 1, jack to be 11, queen to be 12, king to be 13. So ace is 1. We count from 1 to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we take this ace of clubs here. We're going to make this like a little placeholder. So put the ace of clubs into the deck, and this is going to like mark the spot where to come back to it later. Just a bit easier to handle the cards in one big group than lots of smaller groups. So now we use the, do you want to use the queen or the 7 first? It's up to you.
7.
7 first, okay. So 7, we go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we put the 7, or we put the 7 in the deck there and mark the spot. And finally we have a queen. Queen's the last one here. We have queen is 12, like we said, so queen 12, 13, 14. Mark the spot, put that in the deck there. So now we're gonna go through the deck and look for the cards we just stopped at. So those were all your free choices there. Which cards you stopped at? We're gonna go ahead and take a look at these 3 cards. We have the Ace of Clubs is one. Second was, I believe, the Seven of Hearts. That's somewhere in here. Seven of Hearts, right there. And then the Queen of Diamonds, I believe, is the last one, or Queen of Hearts. Sorry, Queen of Hearts. So these are the 3 cards we stopped at. We're gonna put the rest of the deck to the side for now. Let's take a look at these cards, see if we notice anything special about them and anything cool about where you stopped. So Ace of Clubs, we have a Ten of Spades. Not a very special card in its own right, but we'll see what the Seven of Hearts brings us. Seven of Hearts was next. We have a Jack of Spades. That kind of Ten of Spades, Jack of Spades. It kind of goes in order there. Third one here, Queen of Hearts, is the Queen of Spades. It's going in order here. It's going 10, Jack, Queen. You know what card might come next? The King of Spades comes up next because cards go 10, and then after that you have the Jack, Queen, King of a suit. These are all the same suits. So you go 10 of Spades, Jack of Spades, Queen of Spades. Next one's the King of Spades. And I'm going to try and use these cards again. We're only going to use what you selected this trick. So we have Ace, Queen, 7. Like we said, Ace is 1, Queen is 12, and 7 is obviously 7. You add those up, it's 7 plus 12 is 19, plus Ace is 1 is 20. So we have a number 20 now by adding these 3 together. I wonder what the 20th card in the deck is here. This is all shuffled, and you picked everything in this trick, but let's see what the 20th card in the deck is here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20th card right here. It'd be really cool if this was the King of Spades, the card that you selected, or using only cards you selected. We had a whole 4 of a kind here: 10, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. So it's going right in order here. The last one we're missing is the Ace of Spades. And a little bit unrelated, but in poker, that's the best hint you could possibly get. Is a 10 through Ace, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace of Spades is the best hint you could get. So remember at the very beginning of the trick, very, very beginning here, we had this card that you selected before we did anything else. You selected this card. It'd be really cool if this was the Ace of Spades, wasn't it? The Ace of Spades here.
Oh, wow, cool.
All right. Thank you for being my volunteer, Molly.
Yes, it was great.